The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, students at the R.N. Gomez Comprehensive School were back in the classroom partially today after the PTA imposed a 2-day lockdown. Their word. We talked to the PTA to find out why the hard stance. The mid-year budget reveals that the government has a deficit spending of $394 million. That's the number that has everyone's attention tonight, significantly more than was targeted. Tonight, we look at where the big spend is happening. And a little later tonight, Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers is here, just in time for the weekend too. Stay tuned for the best spots for shopping this weekend. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. The Parents and Teachers Association at the R.N. Gomez Comprehensive School in Berry Island stood strong this week. They locked the school's entrance, preventing students from entering. Their no-nonsense position is to call the Ministry of Education's attention to the issues on the campus. Apparently, the acting principal and the physical education teacher are stifling the performance of the 150 students at R.N. Gomez. We're going to get a better understanding of what's happening in the Berry Islands. Joining me right now is Father Don Haynes. He is chairman of the PTA of the R.N. Gomez Comprehensive School, and also, I do believe, one or two other members. But hello to you, Father Haynes. Thank you very much for joining us here on Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you here.
Thank you very much, Shanique. And it is a pleasure to be here. Today, we are standing in for the PTA president, Ms. Joy Mott, who could not be here. I am the chairman of the school board, and I have with me Ms. Jeffrika Ambrister, who is the deputy chair of the school board. And so she will be joining us today in the place of Ms. Joyanne Mott, who is the PTA president.
Yes, well, I understand you all stood in solidarity. The president, every member, and every executive team member, including you, the chairman and the deputy chairman, you all stood in solidarity Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. And today is when you let up a little bit after a meeting last night. But tell us what is happening on the campus of R.N. Gomez Comprehensive School that has the PTA up in arms.
Well, one of the first things is the lack of communication between the acting principal, Ms. Sharon North, the PTA board, and the school board. Of course, that also includes the parents of the PTA. And there have been some egregious allegations made. The acting principal refuses to really communicate with her boards, and we cannot get through to her. There have been a lot of issues that have arisen because of that. The student body, years ago, we had a lot of programs on the campus for our students, and they have just diminished and whittled away. They're not even allowed to go to Nassau to receive their awards in terms of the examinations. No clubs really on the school campus. So there's no outlet for our students.
So you're saying the students are, this is one area, one example of how they are being stifled, because when it comes to extracurricular activities, as we know, they make up the school experience and the learning experience. This principal is standing in the way of this?
Oh yeah, they are definitely disadvantaged. I could name you, I think that one of the areas where there might be clubs is because Kiwanis has the Key Club and the Builders Club on campus. And one time ago, they used to meet regularly, but it seems as though the principal does not want that to happen.
How does it?
National debates, speech competitions, spelling bees, the jaws of life essay, the laws of life essay. None of our students have been able to participate in these activities.
For how long now?
Oh, this been going on now for about 2 years or so.
Yes, sir. 2 years or so. And just to piggyback on with what our chairman has just mentioned, take for instance the award ceremony for the BJC and BGCSE. This is the second year that our students were not a part of those celebrations. And it's because the information wasn't passed down from the head to the parents.
So this is something.
One of the students, she actually broke down in tears because she was not able to go and receive her awards.
And after working so hard,
a negative impact on the students as well.
Right. After working so hard, we know the big deal that those exams are, and the exam results in particular. Your students are performing and obviously working to increase their performance in the national exams. And you're saying that they're doing so, they're being prevented from attending the overall national ceremony here in New Providence?
Yes, ma'am.
That's right. We don't know what the reasons are. I reached out to the testing and evaluation unit of the ministry, and they informed me that they sent all of the information to the principal for her to expedite those kids going, and she just sat on it. And so it was too late when they discovered that these awards were being held. And I want to give you an interesting point, because the Berry Adams School, R.M. Gomez Comprehensive School, was the only school that was not at those awards.
Wow, so it does feel like a slap in the face, and it does feel like the kids' efforts and their hard work is not being acknowledged. You said one of the students broke down crying. I imagine many more were disappointed who worked hard to perform well and actually achieve their goals. How long has this principal been acting in this position at R.M. Gomez?
She would have been there now 3 to 4 years.
How impactful has she been? Have you seen a turnaround in grade performance, in overall GPA and that kind of thing?
Actually, Shanique, one of the things that stood out to me, and it's really alarming for me, is that from this administration took over, this is the most students we had that dropped out of school.
What you say? What you mean? Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
No, you go.
Hello.
Yes. Which administration you mean? You mean the PLP administration or the
school's administration?
You were saying since this lady became acting principal, there have been a mass exodus of students and their parents taking them into the public school?
Well, my thing is, I would not describe it as a mass exodus.
My words. There's not many students there.
Yes, when you take the numbers per capita of what we have here in the Berry Islands, I mean, when you look at 5 or 6 students or so forth.
Yeah,
dropping
that's
out.
a mass exodus for an island the size of where you are.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, yes.
And even previous principals, even if those students would have decided, or their parents decided that they no longer would want to attend school, they still took an extra step and went the extra mile and said, you know what, if you want to leave school, that's fine, but you're not going to be a burden on society. We're going to help you get enrolled into BTVI or something like that, to pick up a trade so you could still help yourself out there.
So wait a minute, I assumed the kids that dropped out or left RN Gomez went to a private school. I am being I'm being generous, aren't I? Because there's no private school in Berry Islands, right?
There's only one school in the Berry Islands.
So where have they gone?
They have gone into the workforce, I would suppose, Cocoa Key or Big Stirrup Key, where the cruise ships come in.
I'm hoping.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go right ahead.
Let me say this. We have been asking for the reinstatement of the clubs for the students at the school. We would have had a very rigorous and successful ranger program from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. We have just got that program back in since COVID, because according to sources, she did not allow them to reinstate the program in school. We had to actually go through Minister Glenys Hannah Martin and say to her, we need the Ranger program back in school.
Did you get it?
Right now, they seem to only be on the sport program. And we have had no one to participate in a national debate. We have had no one to participate in the Junior Minister of Tourism competition. We have had no one to participate in the Laws of Life essay competition. We have had no one to participate in scholarship programs. We have had no one who participated in speech competitions, spelling bees, or those kind of activities, which would have always pushed RN Gomez to the apex in this district, as a complete school.
We are
trying to get that.
Yes, I'm wondering what is all of this? How has this impacted? Deputy Chairman, if you can come in and please keep your phone or whatever it is still, please, as still as you can. How has this impacted overall student performance, the morale of students on the island and their parents?
It's low. Parents, students, and the teachers, more importantly. Because
the teachers too are upset about the way this principal manages?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And in actuality, we have a teacher now that is handicapped, and they did some renovations in the classroom for her, and they moved her out of one particular class, put her in another class, did some renovations. And there was supposed to be a bathroom facility for her in this particular class, so that because of her handicap, so she would be able to use the restroom, and that is yet to happen. In addition to that, our students still wasn't able to take the practical exam for the BJC and BJCSE for home economics because of this classroom not being available as well.
Madam Deputy Chairman, what is the issue with the physical education teacher?
You want to speak on the physical education teacher?
I need you all to let's go quick. We have only a segment.
Okay. He is just what the PTA president called out of whack. He doesn't seem to follow any rules or any principles which have been laid down by the ministry. So he has just basically been doing his own thing. He has stated that it's alleged that he's not going to work on the woman. And he has said he had come over the school. And that's where we are. There was a time when he was doing work at the school, getting paid for it. And that goes against the Educational Act. Only the Minister of the Minister of Education can give anyone the authority who is an employee of the ministry to do work and get paid for it on campus, and they just ignored that.
You had a meeting. You had a meeting last night, right? Promises were made. Very quickly.
Yes.
You feel confident in the promises that were made?
Well, we are looking at that because this is the fourth meeting that we may have had, and promises are being made all the time. And that is why it came to the point where the PTA and the school board said, look here, if they're going to listen to us, we need to shut down this campus.
And
that is what has happened. They have removed, I understand, the physical education teacher. And so we are looking to see where it goes from here.
I thank you very much, Father Don Haynes, Chairman of the PTA at Aaron Gomez Comprehensive School and the Deputy Chairman of the PTA on the island of Berry Islands. Thank you both very much for joining us. We will follow up with you and see exactly what happens. Again, you heard them talk about the state of the campus there, the state of education, the fact that students have no other outlet other than those classrooms, and every program has been stopped, from the Rangers and the Key Club and the Kiwanis Club and all those other things that help the student experience and enrich a student life. They have been stopped allegedly and reportedly by the principal there. They closed the school down for 2 days this week and prevented any action from happening. Last night there was a meeting with the Director of Education reportedly, and they are hoping to see some action happen. We will continue to follow this. This is Beyond the Headlines. We're back right after this break.
Rejuvenate, refresh, treat yourself. Immerse yourself in total comfort. Pamper yourself. After all, you're worth it. Relax. Rid yourself of all life's stresses. At Baja Retreat Anti-Aging Spa, you will find everything you need to enhance your body and spirit. Call today at 323-6711 and begin your journey to serenity at Baja Retreat Anti-Aging Spa.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You hear what they say, boy?
Oh, yeah.
Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things saying do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment of Beyond the Headlines is brought to you by EV Motors. Drive the future with brand new 2024 electric vehicles. EV Motors, powering your journey.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. Prime Minister Philip Davis presented the budget communication in the House of Assembly yesterday. Of course, the budget, or the mid-year budget, is a time when government gives an analysis, a report card, an update on where the country stands. And so the mid-year budget, the debate will begin next week. However, everyone was paying attention to numbers. That's where it's a numbers game. What's happening? Where does the country stand? What is the revenue collection? What's the deficit spending? And it's the deficit spending that got people's attention. $394 million. It is significantly above what was targeted for this time of year. Of course, as you know, the fiscal year began July 1st, 2024 to go to July 1st, 2025. And it's the amount that was spent in, say, the first half of the fiscal year that have people questioning, like, where did this money go? How y'all spend all of that? We're going to get right into that this evening. We're going to start our discussion right there. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Our contributors, Ellington Ferguson and Kyle Dean. Kyle, it's good to have you here this evening.
Good night, Shanique. It's good to be here. Good night, Bahamas.
Good evening, Shanique. Good evening, Bahamas. Certainly, it's a pleasure to be here once again.
Gentlemen, what do you all make of? That's a hefty sum. It's a lot to swallow when you hear $394 million in deficit. It's, again, a big number to chew on. Your thoughts about what the government has spent in the first half of the fiscal year, as was presented in the mid-year budget communication?
Shanique, certainly it's a very, very hefty sum. And even though the Prime Minister stated that he is still certain that they're going to meet their target at the end of this fiscal year, this is the mid-year budget. Obviously, he knows what they're doing, what they're expecting. He probably knows what projects they got. But it remains to be seen how they're going to pull this off. But nevertheless, I do think that government needs to take a second look at some of its expenditures, some of the wastages. And I think there's still yet too much wastages in government. And we need to begin to trim the fat. We need to operate a lean machine. Too much overspending here and overspending here, over budgeting in areas that I think could be managed a little more better. Hopefully the Prime Minister can meet his projections like he's alluding to. The opposition doesn't think that it's going to happen, and so it remains to be seen. This is we got to kind of watch how these things are ballooning and getting larger and larger all the time.
And Shanique, people say it's a big number. I cannot disagree with that. However, the budget is just a budget. It's a projection of expectations. So at the end of the term, at the end of this fiscal year, the deficit could be lower. Government would present its numbers based on its priorities, what it wants to do, and the costing of it. And so although we may look at it and say, this is a big number, where's the money going? We have to also take into consideration that roads need to be paved, schools need to be fixed. There are a lot of stuff, infrastructure-wise, that needs to be done to make Bahamians' life much more comfortable. Also, Shanique, anytime government takes a hit in revenue, then it causes the deficit to increase because you no longer have that money to depend on. And so I want to, employ the Bahamians. Let's see what happens. Let's see where the money is going during the debate. And I'm sure we'll all have an appreciation after this midterm budget debate as to why that number is justified.
Well, you're right. We want to see why the number is justified, why it was spent, and again, we will learn more when the debate starts next week. But gentlemen, let's look at something that's been in the news now for a minute, and a minute meaning like roughly a week and a half, 2 weeks, and that is the rehiring of public servants. I was told, I didn't get this on not sure if it's good authority or not, but about maybe 14 to 15. 14 out of that 491, I believe it was, public service that were re-engaged. About 14 to 15 of those are permanent secretaries. We know their salaries are hefty. They receive bonuses and various pays. Just again, making the package quite pretty and quite attractive for a civil servant of that level. Many of them, people feel as though, why do they need to be brought back? Here are people who have served their time. These, of course, are the very senior. They run ministries, basically, not the ministers, it's them. Very, very senior. And so, therefore, their pay reflects that. But they were brought back, I'm being told, to fill these positions that were either underserved or not served at all, that they were brought back. Gentlemen, your thoughts on that when people are saying, but hold on though, there are other people who worked just as many years to now let it be their time in the position of permanent secretary, for example.
Well, I'll let you go.
Shanique, I listened to the government response to that very carefully. And while we understand, we all here know we have challenges with on our police force, nurses, teachers, and Bahamians essentially has no problem with the government bringing persons back to fill those positions wherever vacancies are needed, because we have a drain where our people are going off to the United States who's offering them more benefits, more better pay and opportunities. So with that said, number one, the corrective measures that are being done, we need to know that. I think the government should have been a little more thorough in putting this out there. They just put a statement out there, and then when people start to mull over it in the public's affair, then they come with little pieces of clarification. What are we doing going forward as it relates to it? I think it was the chairman of the Progressive Liberal Party that spoke to the fact that police are disengaged at an early age, some around 40, 50 years old, that still has a lot to offer. You are the legislators. You've got to make the adjustment. You're the one that sits and negotiate with the Police Staff Association, or whether it be the nurses union or the teachers union. And if you think these people can serve a little longer, you need to put in the necessary policy changes that will allow them to continue.
You're right. It shouldn't be years of service if someone is still very, very capable of doing their job, especially on something like the armed forces.
And to come back and to have to go through all of this. Secondly, those persons that is said to be brought back as permanent secretaries, I think the public is owed to know who they are. Were some of them former permanent secretaries that is being brought back to do what they should have done when they were there, okay? Because if they didn't do it then, why them now? That's my question, okay? So and I hear the government talking about how this succession planning was in place for this, and this, again, I said earlier, that this happened over successive administrations where we have failed to plan for successive planning, okay? It was not in place. Now that the government, are you putting that properly in place that we don't have to go through this exercise no more? Because there are young people that are coming up through the ranks that should have been trained, that should have been understudying the person that was there, that they could have just naturally, as persons move out, matriculate upward. If you keep bringing back people, which I've seen done in this administration, in the last Free National Movement administration, the previous Progressive Liberal Party administration, and the previous F&M administration before that, goes far back. It has always been done where they've been bringing these people back and putting them at the top of these areas, of these various government departments. And so we need to know, I heard the Minister Glover role sort of give some more clarity on it last evening, which I appreciate, but I think it needs to go a little more in depth. The Bahamian public need to have a more clearer picture of what is happening, what is going on with this.
Well, you know, Shanique, I wouldn't go as far as saying 14 to 15 permanent secretaries have been re-engaged. And then also, you know, more than half of the rehirees for police officers. That's because, you know, I understand that when they reach the rank of sergeant and have done a certain amount of years, they're eligible for retirement. And so some of them retire and then they are brought back because they still could work another 15 years, 10 years, 20 years. And so we're dealing with a situation where there are not enough police on the police force to maintain the level of law and order that Bahamians would like. And so I don't see it's an issue bringing back a police officer who is retired, he's only 45, who's only 50, and have another 15, 10 years to work. Further, to add to that, the public service is a mess. When the current minister inherited it, she inherited promotional backlog goes as far as 30 years. Persons who have not been confirmed for 10, 15, 20 years. And so, Shanique, what has to happen is you have to take this bull by the horn, you have to go through all of the clutter, and you have to begin to bring structure and order to the public service and start to do right by families. And so, you know, when this minister came on, that's what she had to do. She had to go through every rank to see who is due promotions, back payment, incremental payment, and she did that. And Shanique, she has proven herself as a progressive public servant minister. And so I don't see it as an issue if you need to bring back, in the midst of clearing the clutter and dealing with the chaos, you bring back experienced heads of departments to assist in this endeavor and structure the public service in such a way whereas in the future we don't need to bring back retirees. There's a clear path to promotion. There's no backlog in promotion in the future. We no longer have people who are going to work for the public service 10, 15 years without being confirmed. You cannot go to the bank for a mortgage. I mean, Shanique,
yeah, many people have been held up for years, for decades, who work as a member of the public service, but in that position, just very stagnant.
In limbo.
Yeah,
and so what do you do?
About.
Do you leave the public service in limbo, trying to wrestle the shine of chaos, or do you bring back experienced heads who are going to assist, who are going to be able to train staff and qualify people to be promoted to the more senior ranks in the public service?
So we are saying because governments always, any administration, operate at a deficit, meaning on deficit spending, that as long as they can explain this, as you all have broken down this evening, that this is what the Bahamian people deserve and not to have it linger on and drag on. Tell the people where the money is being spent, what's happening, the right sizing of the public service, the national infrastructure that needs to be done. Let people know what's going on so that they can have be able to digest it better.
See what you do, Shanique, when you put things out there, and sometimes when things get out there, you don't put them out there and they just get out there, and people don't understand the whole gamut of what's taking place. People begin to suspect. They begin to look at their members of parliament and their government in prejudice as though they're doing something wrong. So it's very important for the government to be transparent, put the whole thing out there, make sure, speak to the Bahamian people, let them clearly understand what it is that you're doing, how you're spending this money, and where the resources are going.
Shanique, I just want to go further on a point. We talk about the explanations and telling people this government every year has been posting the budget on the website. You could just go to the website, download the document, and you could just read it. It's that simple. You could follow the numbers. You don't have to depend on political persons to spend something to present it to you. You could go get the raw, hard facts on your own if you just do a little bit of reading.
Well, is it spin or is it reality? Because opposition leader Michael Pintard says this administration has failed to tackle the real issues, the issues that Bahamian people want tackled, and not just issues where the special interests are smiling and happy and that benefit a certain few. Gentlemen, is that true? Is this administration refusing to deal with the main issues facing Bahamian people today? And you know what they are? They are cost of living and inflation. They are crime. They are housing. They are Jesus driving the streets, as you basically said. The point is a number of things that the Bahamian people want addressed, want tackled. They are for the people who make this amount of money to be able to realize and see the path of making more. Is this administration not focused on the real issues?
Well, let me just interject here, Shanique. I would take what the leader of the opposition say with a grain of salt. His background is in playwriting, skits. And so he's good at acting.
So what do you?
So you have to be.
How was he acting?
So she have to be very careful. When he was Minister of Agriculture, there was no progress in agriculture. When he was Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, there was no progress. So he doesn't have the moral standard today to talk about progress. And I'll say this also, Shanique. A critical issue in the country that Bahamians are concerned about is housing. The FNM had a policy that they were not going to build one house, right? So if the PLP wanted 2021, we built one house, we would have built 100% more houses than them. Since that, we have surpassed
They had a policy, or they just didn't do it?
They had a policy. They weren't going to build any house, and they didn't. We are building houses to address the shortage of housing in the country. Shanique, the country has been plagued with gang-related crime for a number of years. The PLP passed the gang legislation, and the Commissioner of Police announced that very soon persons will be brought to the courts under charges under the new legislation. And so we empowered the police to be able to serve, protect, investigate, and we have given them sufficient teeth to be able to charge these individuals before the court. And so, Shanique, let me share this also with you. Investment is up in the country, so we cannot be talking about that.
How and where?
The investments is up in Exuma, all over the islands. So we have more than 10 billion.
Grand Bahama wants to know when.
We have more than $10 billion in investment. We have the shipyard in Grand Bahama. And so we have some other projects that was announced at the conclave that are going to happen in Grand Bahama. And so, Shanique, when it comes to investments, he cannot be referring to that. When the FNM took office, urban renewal was totally shut down. You know, Shanique, there was no in the city, there was no drive to develop initiative to push the inner city. Mm-hmm. And urban renewal is up and running. The authority has been launched. So we cannot be referring to that. So the leader of the opposition need to say specifically what exactly are you referring to when it comes to tackling the issues. Roads are being paved, sidewalks are being built, clinics are being built in the islands, airports are being built. What exactly are you referring to when you say the government needs to tackle the issues that concern Bahamians the most? What exactly are you referring to? We increased the bread basket item listed, so the cost of food could go down. We are reducing VAT. We have increased the bread basket item listing to include healthy foods and fruits,
you have done that, because I remember discussing that even with you here. So there's a lot that this administration is doing, but he is saying with record numbers of tourist arrivals and increase in revenue collection, he wants to say, listen, there's no relief for the everyday Bahamian. They're not realizing that in their pocketbooks.
I think, Shanique, while I would not go as far as what the opposition says, that they're not doing anything, but I think there needs to be a lot more focus from the government part. they're doing a lot of stuff, and some stuff that are going to produce some fruits down the road. Now the government is talking about reducing VAT, which will come into place sometime during the month of April. I think they need to try to focus more, try to do more to touch the everyday average man in their pocket. We're still grappling with the housing issue, with rental issue, people trying to find affordable rental units here on the island, the cost of living and all that type of stuff. The government has been doing some things on a larger scale that's going to affect some of these things in the very near future, but the average person has yet to feel them. It's very important when you have to tell somebody what you're doing for them. That kind of speaks that you're not quite reaching them. People must be able to feel what you're doing, and so the government has a long way to go and a short time to get there for the masses of the Bahamian people to really feel the things that they're doing, that they're putting on the ground, and all of these investments and stuff that they're touting. The Bahamian people needs to feel them. It's no good in the air. It's no good on the paper. It needs to begin to touch and enrich the lives of the Bahamian people.
Touch, feel, see, experience. Gentlemen, crime is also an issue that must be brought in hand. Certainly, of course, we know what's happening there. Shootings and broad daylight shootings, brazen shootings happening that really are disturbing to members of the public, does not improve our reputation abroad. But certainly just among us, quality of life, that's priceless. And so we certainly want to sort of reestablish that and live that again in the Bahamas as we progress. And so certainly many things we await to see how they unfold and develop. Listen, I thank you both very much, Ellington Ferguson, Kyle D, and thank you. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to shift gears and talk with Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers. We're back right after this break.
You work hard to provide for and protect the ones you love. However, life can present unexpected challenges. Who you call in times of need matters. Insurance Management is a Bahamian-owned company that has been serving our community for over 40 years, offering a wide range of coverage for all of your personal, professional, and commercial needs. When life happens, rest easy knowing that our skilled and experienced agents are there for you in your time of need, so that you can get back to what matters most. Insurance Management. Nobody does it better.
Who are the boss for dancer?
International events and production, Alive, Bahamas Air, Everybody Wins Live, and Field of Vibes Bahamas Weekend presents
the Evolution Concert on Saturday, March 29th at Clifford Park, featuring Vibes Cartel and Friends.
Bahamas, Nassau, where you see Saturday the 29th of March.
It's one of the biggest events to hit the shores of Nassau, Bahamas.
Get ready for Addy the Teacher, the Dancehall King, aka the World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shot.
Log into our official airline Bahamas Air for travel specials. It gets better. We're also giving away a brand new Cybertruck.
And up to $50,000 in cash and prizes at the concert. Compliments of Everybody Wins Live.
Log into our website, feelthevibesweekend.com.
For tickets, tables, skyboxes, and more info.
Visit Ticket Flair or email intlevents242@gmail.com.
WhatsApp or call 1-242-808-2369.
I remember Cartel I go did it.
Cashmas time, here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra chair. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Bay. Friends we trust, yeah we know. Cashmas time, here we go. Prizes and lots of dough. This Christmas, come catch a lick with 20 on your account. Quick, quick, quick. And you can win some awesome stuff at Percy's Island Bay. Yeah.
We are standing on 3 acres of land on which we're going to be putting the Bahamas' first end-to-end plastic recycling company, Eden Recycling and Manufacturing Company Limited. Eden has 2 arms, recycling and manufacturing.
This is groundbreaking for us.
we can have the formula for what it means to do end-to-end recycling in the Bahamas, in the region, and even if we have to export these ideas and thoughts and concepts even into the U.S.
Island Luck Sportsbook is taking you to the NBA playoffs. That's right. Every $20 bet placed between February 24th and April 1st earns you an entry to win an all-expense-paid trip to an NBA playoff game. Imagine being in the stands, feeling the energy, and watching your favorite team battle for a championship. The more you bet, the more chances you have to win. So don't miss out. Place your bets now at Island Luck Sportsbook and get ready for the experience of a lifetime. Weekly drawings every Tuesday at 3 p.m. starting March 4th. Visit islandluck.com/sports for more details. Who's ready to fly off to the NBA playoffs?
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
Okay, see you later. Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you all tuned in this evening. Well, we're going to shift gears, as I said to you. Ian Thomas is here from Direct Marketers, and he has a lot. And my guest that just went, I won't tell you which one. Say you the feel-good guy, you know, who sell the sex thing. And I'm like, oh, y'all pay attention, Ian, only for that. That's what got y'all attention when he comes on. But everybody has their thing of when Ian comes on. So Ian, good evening to you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you here. You have another moniker now. People, right here, moniker like a name, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, people are saying this is you right here.
No, well, that's just a product. It's not really me.
You're the man who makes things happen.
Well, okay. I guess I'll take that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. These cameras are kind of good. I've got to remember looking at this one.
But you want it.
Yeah. Normally they put my number up, so I didn't bring my
Justin
thing.
will do that in a minute.
552-0212. That's 552-0212. Give me a call and we'll get there. Shanique Miller, I had some of my people who are fans of yours that came in town, and they said that they watched you, and they watch you all the time, and they said they should give you a shout out at John and Susan Babbitt, and they are from Arkansas.
Hello, Arkansas. By the way, yes, I have family in Arkansas as well. Hello to you, John and Susan. It's so good to have you tuned in whenever you tune in. Because, and Ian, you know, and they don't lie, because I believe they watch from time to time, especially when you're on.
Yes, definitely.
Because they're your friends.
Yeah.
I know you went there and visited with them extensively last year.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we got people watching Ian
from all over.
Yes, Turks and Caicos, the other parts of the Caribbean, of course, the United States.
They love you. They love you. That's John and Susan Babbitt. Hey, what's up from Arkansas? They're down here with their family reunion. They got their nieces, Casey and Amy. This is their first year in college, so there's some young Babbitts. So they are out there. They're doing a really good job.
Y'all know
and
Ian, right?
One second, their grandma
John
Nora.
and Susan.
Grandma Nora Jane. She's 87 years old. She's an old Babbitt. They also want to let you guys know they love watching Shanique Miller. And who am I to disagree with these Babbitts? They know what they like. So we were going out to fish fry the other night, but man, they spend so much money. They'll try to break you. So guys got to be careful, man. These Babbitts will break you. So John and Susan Babbitt, Arkansas, We guys love you. And just, it's amazing. I love you guys.
You know, John and Susan and the rest of the family, talk to a Bahamian about your last name and see how he's using that. That's all I'm saying. That's all, because you're all Americans, you all don't know.
I'm taken aback. I didn't even.
You didn't.
I never thought about that.
No.
Didn't register.
No, you didn't.
It's just out here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now back to our regularly scheduled program. That's what I should say. Tasty Buys Instant Oats and Tasty Buy Basmati Rice. I got the oats here today, but I'm all out of the rice. I can't believe that.
Wow.
People keep stopping me and asking me, I want that rice, I want that rice. So I don't have any more rice, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to pick up some more tomorrow. I'm going to give away about 10 bags of rice and also the 10 bags of this instant oats.
The Basmati is like the jasmine, flavored, so nice, a longer grain, really good.
It's time you discovered the magic of Basmati rice. The grain is a perfection, just like Shanique Miller just said. The taste of the rice is like, I can't really explain it. The experience that you have, it's going to be mind-blowing. So I want you to check out this rice. It's a signature nutty flavored and fluffy long grain rice. Basmati rice, just like you say, it's Indian rice. It's that long grain Indian rice. Now what they did, Tasty Buys, they got together with their manufacturers, and they know that Bahamians love parboiled rice. So what they did is they were able to work together and give them the parboiled version of the Basmati rice. It's a wonderful rice. Also, you individuals who are dealing with dietary restrictions, and you might be dealing with diabetes or something, this is excellent for that. So you people who love rice, but you might be dealing with diabetes, this is excellent for you. So the parboiled rice, you can find it at some of the top grocery stores out there. Both the oats and the rice. They sent me a list of places that you can go ahead in the grocery stores. You can find them at Centerville Food Store, 6th Terrace. You can find it at Cotton Tree Convenience Store, Courtesy Supermarket, JCF Supermarket on East Street, Meat Max on Carmichael Road, Super Value stores, all of them.
I thought I saw this in Super
Yup,
Value.
it's at Super Value. Quality Supermarkets, EL Roll Supermarket, that's North Andros, that's wonderful, and Express Food Mart stores in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Stop and Shop Grocers in Freeport, Grand Bahama. So the oats and the rice are taking over. So I really want you guys to go down there and ask for it. If you don't see it on your shelf when you go into your grocery stores, ask about it. And you stores, you grocers, your restaurants, your food businesses, bakeries, all of you guys, give them a call if you don't carry it and you want to start carrying that brand, because I know people are going to be asking for it. The phone number is 677-5038. 677-5038. This is ideal, like I said, for individuals with dietary restrictions. And if you want to make nice dishes, people have made, some clients hit me back and they said, customers I should say, hit me back and they said they paired it with sushi and curries and stir fries. It's wonderful, and different spices. They use tender meats in it and veggies, and it's just a wonderful flavor. It's authentic Indian basmati rice. Taste it. You guys are going to love it. And like I said, the instant oats. Shanique Miller can tell you what oats can do for you. Shanique, you go ahead and you tell your people what you love about enjoying oats.
Of course, Ian. It's soluble and insoluble fiber. As you know, that's good for gut health. Really, and gut health is important. We see that the microbiome is to be protected at all costs. And so when you eat stuff like oatmeal, that's good, wonderful fiber. This is what we need. It also helps with the digestion process. And so really, really awesome. Then the additional health benefits, let's say, for example, hypertension, high cholesterol, even diabetes friendly, diabetic friendly. You can add a number of things to it, just stuff that you can, so you're not the bland oats from years ago where you maybe put the sweet milk and all that. You don't need to add a grain of sugar to your oats. Add you some dry cranberries with some nuts, some blueberries, and you maybe a sprinkle of like chia seeds and stuff on there.
Wow.
A bit of flax seeds.
I never thought about that.
And you just eat that and have the most filling, rewarding meal ever.
I love when I asked Shanique Miller about it, because she just started glowing, and this is something that she really believes in.
Yes.
And I know that people out there.
This can be flour.
Wow.
This can be the main ingredient for your biscuits. You don't have to eat sugar ever again by what you use this oats for. It's so many things.
Right.
It's
And like I said last time, it's not the same old oats that your grandparents and your parents gave you. This is really, really good, and hence the name Tasty Buys. So it's the oats and it's the rice, but like Shanique Miller said, you can pair it with bananas and almonds and apples and berries and all that good stuff. It's delicious, it's healthy, it helps you reduce cholesterol. Start eating healthy and lose weight. I had some people say that they use oats on their skin, and it just gives them this remarkable look.
With some honey, and let that dry as a mask on your face, your neck, your décolleté.
Décolleté?
Your décolleté.
Okay, I didn't know
what that is?
No, I didn't know what that is.
You mean you selling bully pills and you know what the décolleté is?
No, what's a décolleté?
On top of Bobbits. The décolleté is this. This is the chest. You
Okay.
put it there and just let it dry. Let it all just dry nicely, and it does well for the skin.
My décolleté.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm going to Google that when I finish.
Yeah.
Alexa, what's décolleté? Okay. Jose.
She has that nice voice. Décolleté is.
Hey, listen here, Shanique Miller. Bahamian Seafood Connection. People are constantly calling me about the phone number. Let me give it to you. The #1 seafood company on the island is Bahamian Seafood Connection. Where they're located, if you're on Fire Trail Road and you're heading west towards Gladstone Road, immediately after you're passing Epic Battery, it's on the right-hand side. You look, Epic Battery's on the right-hand side. You look to your left in an orange plaza. It's Fire Trail West Plaza, and that's where you're going to find Bahamian Seafood Connection. The phone number, 341-0734. 341-0734. You're going to save tons of money. Not only do they have seafood, but they also have meats down there, and they have seasonings. I keep forgetting to say that. So that's Bahamian Seafood Connection. You're going to go down there, you're going to get lobster tails, $5. New York strip beefsteak, $5.85. You're going to get single rack of lamb, $29. You're going to get 6-ounce salmon, $5. Mahi, $5. Cracked chicken, $5. Snow crab clusters, $6.25. That's a great price. Calamari rings, $9. You can get snapper fillet, $4.95. Whole chicken, $9. Lump crab, $27. And you can get the shrimp, 16 or the 20 shrimp, starting at $17. So you guys want to go down there and check them out. Everybody is selling snappers at a ridiculously high price right now. At Bahamian Seafood Connection, you can get snappers. Since we live in the Bahamas, our area code is 242. You're going to pay $242 for a kit of snappers. Now, I don't know how much inside a kit, but that's plenty snapper. So go down there and check them out. Like I said, Fire Trail Road, heading towards Gladstone Road. You're going to look on your left-hand side after you pass Epic Battery, and you're going to see an orange plaza. You go down there. You guys send me a WhatsApp, and I'm going to try put your name in the basket or whatever they have to win some free seafood. I don't know if it's going to be snapper or whatever it is. You're going to WhatsApp me with the number on the screen, 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Don't call, WhatsApp me and say, hey, I want some fish, and I'm going to hook you up. That's Bahamian Seafood Connection, phone number 341-0734, 341-0734. And if you want to WhatsApp them, you can WhatsApp them at 822-6180, 822-6180, and get everything you need. Sky Solar. Everybody wants to save money just like everybody else. So you are thinking about getting your house solarized. You want to call Sky Solar and Power. They have 2 locations. One's on Blue Hill Road, 3 buildings heading north after you pass S.C. McPherson. I used to say S.C. McFerguson. I don't know why we all did. Yeah, we did. S.C. McFerguson. Yeah. No, it's S.C. McPherson. Said 3 buildings heading north after you pass S.C. McPherson. And their brand new location is in Village Road Shopping Center, right next to B.O.B. That's the Bank of Bahamas. They're open up from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Their phone number, most important, 809-3191. 809-3491. 809-3491. 809-3491. That's Sky Solar Bahamas. You're going to check them out. They're also on Facebook and Instagram. Check them out on their website, which is www.skysolarpowerbahamas.com. And what they really want you guys to know is that they carry solar generators in 3 sizes. That's the 3, the 6, and the 15 kilowatt. Now, the 15 kilowatt, that can run your fan, charge your devices, run your lights, and your refrigerator. That's a 15 kilowatt. You can get solar lights, solar fans, and solar panels, along with accessories. They got the best brands in inverters, batteries, and charge controllers. Not to mention solar and propane water heaters. So you guys want those water heaters that's run by solar? They got them right down there at Sky Solar. Let me give you the number one more time. They got 2 numbers, 809-3491, 809-3491, and 601-2003. 601-2003. So if you're building or renovating, you just want to add something different or upgrade your house to make it more modernized, you want to get solar. It's not that expensive, ladies and gentlemen, but it could be expensive if you choose the wrong company. And that's why they're here. Something that they made me take notice of this morning. This is a great time to purchase because prices have been reduced due to overstock of their inventory. You can get solar panels now to be ran at 50 cents per watt. That's really, really cheap. So you can get the 355 watt panels for just $177.50. 450 watt panels, now just only $225. You can get the 580 watt panels. You pay just $290, and the 680 watt panels at a low $340, that not included, of course. They got payment plans and layaways available, plus they offer free consultations. So give them a call right now and let Sky Solar design a system specifically for your lifestyle. Family Island customers, you guys are not left out. They also do free delivery to the boat, and right now they're also going to give away a free solar fan and a free solar light. So you're thinking about getting solar, don't go anyplace else. You can be spending a lot of thousands of dollars of unnecessary money. Give them a call at 601-2003, 601-2003, and 809-3491. 809-3491. I love these guys. I love it. I haven't started as yet, but I plan to get started as soon as possible. And this is the company that I'm going to go with. And you guys out there, give them a call. You won't be disappointed. That's Sky Solar and Power, located Blue Hill Road, 3 buildings heading north after you pass SC McPherson. And also their brand new location, Village Road Shopping Center, right next to BOB. Also, Ron's Electric Motors. These are my guys for years. I love Ron. Ron is my boy, man. Ron's Electric Motors. They're on the corner of Wolf Road and Claridge Road. They got a new location on Cowpen Road. The phone number, let me give you their number. 356-0249. 356-0249. 356-0249. And then add a number, 323-5267. That's Ron's Electric Motors. And they says anything electric can be repaired. These guys are the #1 company when it comes to rewinding back-end generators or any motor. You need repairs on electric motors, generators, welding machines, water pumps, battery chargers, electric lifts, transformers, and power tools. Call Ron's Electric Motors. You got pumps and generators, anything down there that they can fix. Now, these guys, they fix my pool pump every time it breaks down, and they do a wonderful job. You gotta check out Ron's Electric Motors. They can troubleshoot and fix any problem. 356-0249, 356-0249, and 323-5267. I hear that noise, but you know what? I guess I'm gonna say a couple more things before I go. 2 more things. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen. You need a blood pressure monitor in your home. It's so important to know your vitals and everything. It's only $65. Give me a call, Ian Thomas, 552-0212. Only $65. You need a blood pressure monitor. You can get this today. The bully pill, ladies and gentlemen. What else can I say? Men, are you tired of not being able to perform when it's time to perform? You want the bully pill. It's going to help you. Ladies want a nice, firm man. Knock on wood, knock on wood, knock on wood. You got to get this bully pill. It's only $55 for a bottle of 6. You just drink water. Half an hour later, you're ready to go. It's all natural. Doesn't matter if you have hypertension or diabetes. This will work. It gets you hard and stiff and ready for action. It gives you a wonderful, wonderful erection that your partner's going to enjoy. Get it. Ladies, don't be afraid. Get it for your guy. You say, hey, you need some more energy? Get this. It works. It works. It works. My phone, it goes crazy whenever I come on. You want the bully pill? Take it now. You'll have a wonderful time. Give me a call. Number on the screen, 552-0212. 552-0212. And lastly, before I go, everyone's been calling me for the DNA Direct number. Need a paternity test? Call DNA Direct. 324-0665, 324-0665. Get a DNA test for as low as $450. Find out if someone's your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, or your grandparent. You want to know DNA Direct when knowing the truth matters. Get a paternity test for as low as $450. No needles or blood involved. It's easy. Get your results back in 7 to 10 business days. Give them a call, 324-0665.
Ian, that's a lot. Did you
tell
the Babbitts about the bully?
Man, I told one thing. These Babbitts like this bully boy. Hey, Babbitts. Hey, listen here. Hey, big up all you Babbitts out there. It's a wonderful, wonderful. John and Susan Babbitt, welcome to the Bahamas. You're gonna meet so many other your family members down here. You'd say, I didn't know so many Babbitts were in the Bahamas. Bahamas.
They right here. They right here. I mean, they right here in large numbers. Ian Thomas, I thank you very much. Behave. Treat those people nice. By the way, thanks again for watching from Arkansas and wherever else you watch from. We know we have many people watching all over, basically. So thank you so much. I want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening here. Thank you very, very much. Look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.